Good morning, everyone. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzimus, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. I'm heading to the shops, so I'm going to use this time to teach you guys on how to live a spiritual narcissist. All right? Now, first of all, the spiritual narcissist is a highly sophisticated narcissist. So this is a person that is self-aware. They're self-aware. They have been in the game for so many years. And they have eventually discovered that they are narcissists. So those are also the people, they call them the greater narcissist. But it does not always mean that every greater narc is a spiritual narc. But some of them will actually move on to upgrade and become a spiritual narcissist, okay? First of all, why does the spiritual narcissist become a spiritual narcissist? They have got this awareness of their so-called disorder and problem. So what they now do, because they are very much deep soaked into their narcissism, and now they do not have a way out. So some of them, what they do, they might actually turn into spirituality. So they are going to involve their activities with spirituality, okay? And that makes them very dangerous, okay? I don't know you guys, you have not met one. You have got to, I pray for you that you never ever meet those kind of guys, because those people, they are very high-ranking demons, okay? So they can bring a very huge amount of destruction to your life. And how they really do this is by integrating spiritual practices on top of their narcissism, and the impact is unimaginable. I was lucky because by the time I met one, back in the days when I met one, God showed me and opened my eyes, so I was able to get out before any damage could be done. But I'd already started seeing the damage coming, okay? So I was able and I was blessed to get out on time. And I survived. And I'm sharing with you guys, how do you really have to leave these people? Because you see, when you're leaving a spiritual narcissist, the game is not the same like leaving an ordinary narcissist, okay? Do you guys follow? The game is not the same. The ordinary narcissist, you're most likely leaving them, even some of them, they're not aware of who they are. So their game is still at a low. But the spiritual one, their game is at a high. They know each and everything they are doing. They know who you are. They know what you're capable of. They know what is inside of you. And that is exactly what they want. So they are actually conscious when they are sapping your energy. They will do this consciously. They may do some spiritual practices to siphon your energy for their own benefit, okay? The ordinary narcissist can also do the same thing. But the spiritual narcissist has taken this game to another level. So it is not the same effect like when you're dealing with the ordinary narcissist. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it will not take a spiritual narcissist a while to figure you out. It's going to take them a few meetings, 1 or 2, and they're going to know what they're dealing with. They're already going to know who you are. Automatically, they're going to know. So what they do now, they will tend to mirror you, but the mirroring is going to be different, because remember that most probably, and normally, even before I forget, the spiritual narcissists, normally they usually appear in your life after you have awakened. Are you guys following? A spiritual narcissist will target an awakened empath for a purpose. So they want to target you as an awakened empath, and they are going to do their magic and their witchcraft and everything, and they're going to see if they can put you back to sleep. So normally, a lot of guys who are waking up, that's when they come for face to face with this spiritual narcissist, because I've told you guys, this whole entire project of narcissism is spiritual. So everything you see around you is spiritual, okay? This is one of the things that is going to help you to understand. Now, you're an awakened empath, okay, so maybe in your early days of awakening, you figured out what narcissism is. Even sometimes you figured out who you are, most likely, okay? And now this person shows up, and that narcissist, normally they show up in a very short time after leaving your narcissist. So for example, if you're going through a separation, a discard, and you've just left your narcissist, maybe your wife or your husband or whatever, that is when those individuals, they tend to show up in your life. They are normally going to show up the very moment you awaken, because those people, they are agents. They are coming in to put you back to sleep. So the devil now is sending these high-grade demons to see if they can actually shut you down and put you back to sleep, because that's where they want you to be. Okay? That's the same thing which happened to me as well. Now, what you do, if you have figured these people out, you have got to know that these individuals, should they, in any case, have that confirmation that you are most likely catching up on them, and maybe sometime you're waking up and you're really seeing who they are. You know what I mean? Because I've told you, these guys, they are self-aware, they know who they are. But you're not supposed to know who they are. Should you figure out, that's the reason why you see, when you meet this spiritual narcissist, you're going to believe that you've met your soulmate. Oh, this is my twin flame, that is my soulmate. They are going to mirror you, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to mirror your energy like you've never seen before. And most of the times you're going to fall for it. If you're a person who is not really, your light bulbs are not really shining that bright, you might fall for it, okay? They will read for you the Bible. They will dress up and go with you to church. They will take you to meditation classes. They will take you to spiritual classes. They will describe everything that you want to hear, anything that you desire to hear in your ears. They are going to mirror all that energy to you, because they want to get closer to you. And the very moment they get closer to you, ladies and gentlemen, the moment they get closer to you, they are going to go to work. Because I've told you, these guys are they are on an assignment to put you back to sleep. Okay, you figure them out. Something is clicking in your mind, and you're thinking that this person, most likely, they are narcissist, okay? You're starting to figure out something. You may not have all the details, but you're figuring out that, oh, this person probably is a narcissist. What do? Ladies and gentlemen, you shut up. You shut up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever make a mistake and mention anything to them that you actually know who they are. Do not ever, I repeat, do not ever tell a spiritual narcissist. You may tell this thing to a narcissist. Okay, oh, I know you're a narcissist and everything. Okay, things may of course go south, but okay, the impact may not be the same when you actually caught up with a spiritual narcissist. You cannot tell these people who they are, because you are dealing with a high-grade demon, and this demon is much more sophisticated than a regular narcissist. So they are not your regular narcissists that you see around, okay? Shut up, number one. Quiet. So what you're going to do now, you start to play along, okay? So for example, if you have been living with them maybe for a couple of months, maybe a couple of weeks, because normally those spiritual narcissists, if your person is awakened, it will not take you a while before you know what you're going to do. Make sure, let me repeat this one more time, you guys have to understand this. You have got to make sure you have figured them out. Do not spend anything more than 3 days in that house. I will tell you the truth. Do not spend even 3 days, the next 3 days in that house. Because somewhere, somehow, you're going to snap, and somewhere, somehow, they're going to catch up that this empathy is awakened, and they know who you are. And that is when now they're going to damage you, because a lot of these guys, like I've told you, they're into spiritual practices. They're on that dimension whereby they can actually manipulate energy. They know how to manipulate energy. Because I've told you these are also awakened narcissists, okay? They know how to manipulate energy, and they can actually play around with your energy in a way that you've never seen before. So you may find yourself planning or figuring out that, okay, I'm going to leave these guys in the next 2 days. And before you know it, they know that you want to run away. They're going to manipulate your energy, and they're going to make you to stay longer. Even if you're not careful, they may put you back to sleep if you're not careful with those kind of individuals, okay? So what you do, make an excuse. You can tell them, oh, by the way, I've got this baptism coming up, there's my mom called me, my mom, I've got a sick mom in the countryside, I want to go check on my mom, or I want to go check on the farm. You have got to find something, find an excuse. Because let me tell you the secret. When you're leaving a spiritual narcissist, and they have got that feeling that this empathy is awakened, and most likely this empathy is leaving for good, that is when they are going to make it extremely impossible for you to leave. Even it's already impossible. It's already very difficult to leave a regular narcissist. What makes you believe that it's going to be very easy for you to leave a spiritual narcissist? You can just think about that. So you play along. Don't change your routine. You guys have been having this coffee, okay? Go for the coffee. Keep your findings and your ideas to yourself, and keep your mouth shut. Go to the regular coffees. You may talk, of course, you may reduce a little bit the engagement that you're having with them. Go for those coffees. You can go to the gym, cook the regular meals that you've been doing, but keep your mind in place. Keep your mind intact, and keep your ideas in your head. Start planning your exit. Immediately start planning your exit. Very, very important. Call a friend as soon as you can. Can I come and stay at your place for 2 days? Can I come and stay at your place for 3 days? Do you mind if I come around for a couple of weeks? Do everything you can to get away. Ladies and gentlemen, you have discovered a narcissist. In this case, we're talking about a spiritual one. You're going to start running. But before you run, don't make them aware that you're leaving. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell them anything. Play along a little bit so that they may not, the energy, because when they notice the energy shifting around the house, they're going to know that this person probably, they're figuring something out. And they may catch you off guard. So what you do now, you play along a little bit. In the next 3 days, you should be out of that house. Now, when you're leaving the house, you might have a few belongings, of course. There's a shirt somewhere, there are your slippers somewhere, you left a toothbrush in their house, or something like that, some little items, okay? You can now plan the exit when those guys have left the vicinity. So, for example, they might have gone to work. They may say, okay, I've gone to work or something like that. That is the moment you need to get away. That is the moment you need to get away. When they have actually left the house and gone out of the vicinity, that is the exact moment you need to start grabbing whatever it is you can and run. You might even have to leave some of the stuff behind. If you can, pick up the most important things, go. Now, when you reach your destination, of course, they're going to get in touch with you. Oh, I came back home and I didn't see you around. What happened? This stuff like that. Tell them something like, you know what? You can put their name in the phrase. I've figured out that this relationship may most likely not work. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to take some time alone. But I couldn't tell you on time, but I want to take my time alone. And I want to figure out things by myself. Don't tell them. This is the secret. Do not tell them that is the end of the relationship. Do not mention that thing that is the end of the relationship. Just walk away quietly. They have left, they have gone to work or whatever. Or even if sometimes you are not able to leave that house when they're around, you can actually tell them that, listen, I'm going to the countryside, I'm going to see my mom, I'm going to see my uncle, something like that. Find an excuse. Find an excuse that is not going to make them think that you're going to leave them, okay? Because a spiritual narcissist, when you are leaving a spiritual narcissist, you are going to trigger an injury. I'm trying to protect you guys that you do not see that injury, because the injury you're going to trigger a spiritual narcissist is very intensive. That kind of injury can even kill those individuals. So be very, very careful and calculative when you're doing these things and these kind of moves. So you get away. You can tell them, okay, don't worry, I may come back. If you have left the house, for example, let me give you an example. If you have left the house and you guys have agreed that, okay, so you're going to the countryside, or you're going to visit your brothers, or you're going to the farm, or you're going to whatever, baptism, wedding, whatever, you've got an excuse. You can now pack a few things. Pack the most important things for you, the things that you know that you really need the most. Those are the things you need to go. You can even leave some things behind for her to become, for him or her to think that, oh, this person, maybe they're just gone out somewhere. They're going to be back in a few days or whatever. You walk out of that door, you close that chapter. But if you have left the house when they are not in the house, they have maybe gone on a trip, or maybe they are at work, or they have gone on a holiday, that's when you have the chance now to pick up everything that belongs to you, everything, even the last toothbrush and underwear, and get out of that house. When you reach your destination, they are going to contact you, because of course they are going to come back at home, and they will ask, oh, what happened? You know, I came around and I didn't see you around. What happened? Where have you been? Or where have you gone? Something like that. And I don't see even your clothes in the wardrobe, whatever, you know. Tell them that, listen, whoever so and so, I'm going to use some time alone. I need some time alone to think, because there's things I need to figure out by myself, but I couldn't tell you this because I didn't know how, okay? But tell them that you need some time alone, and you're going to need to do some things by yourself. When you know the next step to take, you're going to contact them. So you can sometimes leave that little gap that you may actually reach out to them at the right time, okay? But in that moment, you need time alone. Immediately when you get off the phone, after getting them that information, immediately when you get off the phone, that's when you do the blocking. Now you're going to start blocking that energy. You're going to block the spiritual narcissist. Get everything out of your phone. Pictures, presents, throw them in the trash. I don't know, bracelets, watches, and jewelry. Throw everything in the trash. You do not have anything to do with those kind of people, ladies and gentlemen, because those people, they are very, very serious. They are much more serious than an ordinary narcissist, all right? After you've gotten rid of everything and you've blocked that narcissist, what you're going to do now, you are immediately going to start raising your vibration. You are going to embark immediately. Now, let me emphasize this one more time. When you have left a spiritual narcissist, you have got to make sure, you have got to be sure that they may actually intend to attack you spiritually. They call them spiritual narcissists for a reason. So they may try to attack you spiritually. That is exactly when you're going to start to fortify yourself and your surroundings. You're going to go to your house and start removing everything that is involved. You can even have to throw away the bed sheets that you guys used when you were sleeping together, the towels, the toothbrush, anything that reminds you of that person and it has got their energy on that item. Get it out of your house. Now you're going to start fortifying yourself. If your person likes praying, you will start praying, of course. Pray very hard and make sure that you get rid of that energy. And start cutting the cords, okay? Because should they attempt, which they are going to do, they're going to figure out in a couple of days that this person probably they have left and they're not coming back, okay? So what they are doing, what they will usually try to do now, they're going to try to attack you spiritually. That's the reason why I'm telling you, it's very, very important to start fortifying yourself immediately when you reach your house. And you've given them the notice that you need time for yourself. Now you start fortifying yourself and your surroundings. And you start increasing your vibration, because you are going to need all the vibration you can have to make sure that you get on a high vibration. Because when a person is attacking you spiritually and they meet you on a low vibration, those attacks are going to be effective on your life, okay? But if you're in a very high vibration, it's very, very difficult to attack a high vibrational being. Because a spiritual narcissist, they will do everything in their power to make sure that they manipulate all the energy they can to make sure that they get into your space. You fortify yourself, you raise your vibration, and you continue to work on yourself. And of course, give these things some time. You're going to see eventually that slowly you're releasing that energy. You know what I mean? They're not too much in your mind, because the more you raise your vibration, because remember, these people, they are very low vibrational people. So the more you raise your vibration, is the more you get out of their frequency. And that is how you actually start breaking those codes with them. Because those codes cannot handle high vibrational beings. It does not matter which kind of narcissist it is. Their codes and their attachment cannot handle a high vibrational being. That's the reason why you have got to go out there and work on yourself and raise the vibrations. And in due time, you're going to be okay. Anytime they call you, whatever, because they're going to keep on pumping. In the first 2 weeks, 2 weeks, they're going to bombard your phones with messages. Oh, where are you? Can I come around? If they know where you live, you can change the locks. If you know that you give them the key to your house, change the locks and make sure they do not have access to your house. They come around, tell them you need space. They're going to become violent. They're going to throw some things around. They may come around and start piercing your car wheels or throwing stuff on your doors or throwing stuff on your windows. That is when now you're going to involve the law enforcement, because now it's going to turn physical, because they know that you're trying to cut the cords with them and they don't want that to happen. So now they're going to become violent, even sometimes physically. So that's where you are going to protect yourself. If you feel the person that you're dealing with is very, very dangerous, which in most of the cases they are, even sometimes physically, that's when you are now going to involve the law enforcement, and you're going to tell them what is your situation and let the law enforcement take its course. Tell them what is going on and they'll protect you, depending on which place of the world that you live. You have got access to the law enforcement, get in touch with them and tell them what is the situation. What the situation is. There's a person trying to be violent on your side. They're coming around screaming at your house, throwing things on your windows, piercing your car wheels and everything. And another thing you're going to need, you're going to have also to protect yourself by using some cameras. Now you're going to start planting cameras around the house, in the backyard, in the front yard. Sometimes you may have to need cameras in your house. Should anybody come around and tamper with your car, you actually catch those guys red-handed. And that is exactly how, ladies and gentlemen, you leave the spiritual narcissist. And of course, with due time, you start feeling better about yourself, and you start getting to a better place in life. And of course, plus the no contact. You're going no contact. You're not calling them. You're not visiting them. You've really shut them down. But you have to know what is happening behind there with the spiritual narcissist. The moment they confirm that this thing is over, this person is gone, this empath is gone, they're going to have an injury. That injury, ladies and gentlemen, is an injury you have never seen or you have never had before. It is going to crush them in their brain, because that injury, they cannot even handle that kind of injury. There's the reason as to why they're trying to get stuck with you, so that they cannot face that injury, because they know that the injury is coming anyway. Okay? So let them deal with that injury. That's their business. It's not your business. You go out there, you heal, you work on yourself, and fight very hard to become the best version of yourself. Okay? Until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. You guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.